Thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure.
Hey everybody, my name is John. My story does not take place quite as far away as Kilimanjaro. It takes place in the Meadowlands, New Jersey. Quite a long trek, but it's also like a trek into a travel into a world of independent wrestling, so it's kind of a big deal. So I was, I think maybe like many guys, a big fan of wrestling when I was in 4th grade. Just like, because I did it just to get cool. All the cool kids did it, so I was like, I'm going to be cool. I will be a Stone Cold fan now. But then I was forced, yeah, Stone Cold Steve Austin. But then I had to stop in 4th grade because my friend Ali, we were playing on his boat wrestling and he pile drived me. And I almost broke my neck and my parents banned it. So then I stopped watching until like my junior year of college. The Super Bowl was happening. I was like, fuck this, I'll watch the Royal Rumble. And I got back into it. And so then a couple months ago, a friend of mine named Fesh knew some guy who was like a producer for this independent wrestling organization called Kaiju Big Battle. He was like, hey, we need some guys to be extras in this show. Would you want to do it? And we're like, hell yeah. So we took this bus to, just gonna do this, oh no, never mind. The Meadowlands, New Jersey, where there was this big like wrestling festival happening. It was like the weekend of WrestleMania, and like in this weird convention center in the Meadowlands, just like there was tons of shows, like each different organization had like a 3-hour show. And so we get there, and this other show before us is running late. It's this organization called Combat Zone Wrestling, which is like violent. Like the match before us, they took all the ropes out of the ring and replaced it with barbed wire. There were like 4 sheet plates of sheet glass, like windows that guys were gonna get thrown into. And we're just like, what the fuck did we sign up for? The thing we were doing was called Kaiju Big Battle. The whole concept is that it's like wrestlers wearing monster costumes, like Godzilla. And so everyone's a monster. And there are like tiny buildings made of cardboard that they slam each other into. And there you go. So your basic job is, because these guys are in these huge masks, they can't see anything, your guy is to guide them to the ring. And we were dressed up like zombies. And our boss was like this guy, Dr. Q, who brainwashes everyone. So right before we're about to go on, it's going long, this guy, this Japanese wrestler comes back from the match with all the glass, covered in blood and furious. We don't know why, but because we were backstage, we didn't really see the match. But something bad happened, and he is furious. This girl who's like a friend of the other guy is like calming me down, like, it's okay, it happens. We don't know what happened, but something bad happened, and we think they are hurt or bad. And so then we go out, and we're like, all right, what's gonna happen to me? And so we go out, and we're getting booed, and I do a lot of comedy and like film stuff, and usually if you're getting booed, that's like, oh, I fucked up, this is bad. But like in the weird world of wrestling, if you're a bad guy, that's great, like getting booed. It's like, oh, we're doing a great job. They really hate us. All right. Halfway through, one of the guys who's like one of the zombies, we're like doing our thing, and he turns to me, he's like, hey, do you want me to suplex you into the crowd? And I'm like, I don't know what that means. And I guess some of these other zombies were like wrestling, training to be wrestlers, so they were like, oh, let's do some fucking spots where I throw you. I'm like, no, I don't know how to do that. I don't want to, this is fun, but not that fun. And he's like, oh, okay, cool. So he picks another guy up and throws him into the crowd. A big guy catches that guy and throws him back. I was like, yeah, I wouldn't know what to do in that situation. So it was a lot of fun. I didn't get covered in blood. No one threw me through a glass pane window. And it was a lot of fun.